And welcome back to the Hot Lap. We are talking WRC and the future of the World Rally Championship and what it will look like in just 2 years. Yes, in just a couple of years. They're looking at 2027, not completely different rally cars, but a significant change. Let's say that is very much going to change the face of rallying. So this is the article of Dirtfish saying FIA are going to redesign the rally pyramid. No, we're not talking pyramid scheme. You don't need to hang up and press the stop button now. We're talking a rally pyramid, which is obviously a lot more exciting. So the WRC 27 cars are going to replace Rally 1. But the best of the rally pyramid will also, the rest of the rally pyramid will also be tweaked. Oh, the best. So the entire FIA Rally Pyramid will be redesigned in time for the 2027 season and the next set of the World Rally Championship regulations. And the big thing is, will Hyundai be happy with that? We don't know. So today, as of today, there are five main classes of the FIA homologated rally cars. They range from, as you know, the flagship Rally 1 cars, where Elvin Evans is currently leading the championship. I just said it because I like saying it. To the basic front wheel Rally 5 machines. Now, Rally 2, as you're aware, in the ERC, in the European Rally Championship, it's one of the categories most, it's one of the top categories in most of the championships, other than the World Rally Championship. And Rally C sits within that pyramid as other four-wheel drive categories. For example, Rally 4. And Rally 4 forms the basis of the Junior Series, otherwise called Junior ERC, because Junior WRC, the World Rally Championship, uses Rally 3 cars. The European Rally Championship uses Rally 4 cars. Got it? Good. So provisionally being referred to as WRC 27, the new top class will be more in line with this, and I think this is good news. It will be more in line with the current WRC Rally 2 cars, simply because of cost and performance. And the other part of me does wonder that they're doing it because they're worried that all the manufacturers will go and they can still have rally teams. But the FIA are yet to decide precisely how the rally pyramid will work or look from 2027. But it's clear it's very much going to change. Now, Dirtfish also reports that FIA Technical Director Xavier as you can see on the screen, he said, "We will build a new rally pyramid. Rally 1 will disappear, so we need to redesign all the pyramids. We need to work on it to know exactly behind the new WRC 27 regulation what will be the category just before the top class." And he says, "Is it the current Rally 3? Do we have to fine-tune the current Rally 3? We need to be very agile, to be honest," he said. "It's not easy, but it's a part of the discussion. Of course, alternative powertrains are unlikely lowered down though. So for the first year of the regulation cycle, the 2027 regulations will be based on the internal combustion engine vehicles before a potential pivot towards alternative powertrains." Oh god, what is that going to mean? Oh no. Asked if alternative powertrains could feature in the low categories, the boss said he wasn't personally in favour of it. He said, "We already have the possibility to homologate a Rally 5 kit based on EV technologies, but those technologies are still a little bit, I would say, expensive. More than ICE, as in the internal combustion engine. I mean, all ICEs can run on sustainable fuel, as we know." Now, he said we need to also take in consideration that it has to be accepted by the fans, because rally is also to make a show. I get it. Absolutely it is. Personally, I'm not convinced that EV tech is the best one for rally today in terms of the show. Correct. Sensible words. Sensible words. He says, "I'm very supportive of EV tech, but for pure EV cars in rally, I'm not sure it's the best thing we have to do today. If you want to promote a rally, a lot of people are waiting for a sound. It's a compromise." And that's something that Formula 1, I think, has lost a tiny bit when it went to its V6 turbos rather than the screaming V8s. Or we could forget the screaming V10s or the screaming V12 Ferrari. I digress. Now, the FIA Road Sport Director, Amelia Abel, added, "Plus, there is always a safety aspect. Rally, from its nature, when it's going far away, it's easy to manage something that is on the circuit." Absolutely, yes, you can. The circuit is a lot more controlled than the massive environments that people rally in. And it's easy to manage something on the circuit. But it's much more difficult to manage something that is going hundreds of kilometres away from the service park. And actually, it's constantly moving. And Mestellen concluded, "Maybe in 10 years it will be straightforward to use EV. in a rally car of the new generation, but today it seems not. Yeah, completely agree. And in terms of the future, Terry Neuville has also called for radical change, saying the old days are over. When I read that, I was like, wow, that sounds really depressing. But what does he mean? This is reported by a lot of people, but we're looking at the Rally Journal website. And the World Rally Championship, the Tour is in a notoriously gloomy state in comparison. They're saying Formula One is thriving, and WRC Circuit Racing Series has also raised its profile tremendously. Yes. Meanwhile, rallying continues with just 2 fully fledged factory teams. Indeed, it is embarrassing. Now, according to Neuville, the rally world has for too long followed the same pattern seen in many other organisations, appointing friends to leadership roles. Yeah, I see where he's getting at now. And giving former stars positions they may not be truly suited for. Yes. The Belgian star emphasises... I've lost it now. The Belgian star emphasises that now is the time for major changes. I completely concur. He says rally romantics and so-called hardcore fans are unlikely to welcome changes to the format, but if the aim is to attract a new audience, something may need to be done. They did something last year with the points, it didn't work, it was very silly. So when something needs to be done, it needs to make common sense. Forget the rallying fan, they just want common sense as well. If you go with a common sense approach, a rule that makes sense, they can say, okay, I understand that. You'll bring the fans along with them. And Neuville said these days, not many people have the patience to follow rally cars through forests for several days on end. I don't know so much. Yes, in terms of the fan experience, in terms of watching motorsport, it's probably one of the cheaper motorsports to watch, albeit you don't see your rally cars that often, and yes, you do have to follow them through the forest. And he said, honestly, if I need to pick somebody to run the sport, I will take somebody who has not been too much involved in WRC to help to bring new ideas. Yeah, okay. And he goes on to say, I think we need to stop taking only people from the past of WRC, because the old days are over. The young people, the ones we want to invest in the sport, they don't care about what has been popular in the past. He said we need to bring new ideas, something fresh, something out of the box, which maybe would, in our mind, not fit with the WRC, but which will bring a change. Okay, now behind the scenes, WRC, as we know, are in discussions with the new regulations for 2027. These are due to be finalised by summer, as in August, but according to many parties, that will already be far too late. Developing a new rally car in just 1 year is an absurdly massive undertaking, yeah, but they do it to Formula One within a year, so yeah. They can do it. They can do it. Neuville, on the other hand, stresses that when it comes to the vitality of the sport, the regulations might ultimately just be a side issue. He said, we've spoken many times on the subject. If we change the promotion, we start working on a little bit of the sporting side as well. Change a bit the concept and the format, the technical regulation is only a side issue. Yeah, I completely agree. He's got a point in terms of something. I think we can all agree that something definitely needs to change in rally. It's going to change for 2027. I think bringing them back more to Rally 2 cars so it is more, affordable for your teams in Rally 2 that can think, oh yeah, we can go up a bit, and you could have privateer teams. You've had that before, and then you could have a full set. Imagine 20 plus rally cars vying for a win. You're going to have battles. I mean, this is one of the reasons why ERC is arguably more entertaining than the main WRC. Why Rally 2 is more entertaining than the main Rally 1, for the World Rally Championship. He has a lot more stories. He's got a lot more people. More people mean more characters. More characters can potentially mean more people following them on social media, more people interested in them, more people interested. It might bring more manufacturers. I mean, it could open a floodgate of success. Imagine a Drive to Survive for Rally with really interesting characters. That's why I put Colin McCrae in the thumbnail, by the way. But there we go. Anyway, moving on. If you made it to the end and you think we've earned it, please give us a subscribe. That would be absolutely amazing. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. You just watching this is more than enough for us. But if you want to do that bit more, hit that like button, comment below, let us know. But until then, stay safe, speak to you soon, and thank you once again for watching.